We arise, they arise. They're not shackled to us. We still taste delicious. And during the Australopithecine period of our development, the cryptids just eat all of us.
Time straps on table and necks on tables.
Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is Monday, and I don't have the fan on in the window, though the window is open. The door is open, and I turned off the fan there. It was just too loud, and I'm actually doing okay temperature-wise. So, thumbs up. I'm not too cold. I'm not too hot. That will probably change pretty quickly. But for the moment, I am comfortable. We're going to be getting into the 80s again, temperature-wise, here in Washington State. So, thumbs up. And of course, my little kitty, she's still active. She's not as thin as she was. She has put on some weight, and she's been not eating more, but still just licking up juice from the cat food. So she's still doing okay, and that's good. And of course, hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be awesome. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be very cool. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And of course, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are in fact literally beautiful and literally awesome. Without their help and support, I and my pets would be hosed like Christmas monkeys. And again, trust me, that is not a way that you would like to be hosed. If you would like to help me survive and continue to live, I have links to my Patreon in the video description. There's also a PayPal link. There's an Amazon wish list. And of course, there is my post office box where, excuse me, you can send me anything from postcards to keychains, whatever you would like, and I will show them off here on video. Thumbs up for that. Yay! And of course, for the algorithm, if you could type in comments for the algorithm, that would really help out. Cool. Anyway, it is a brand new day, and that is a very good thing. So very quickly, I'm going to talk about the spiders that are all outside, because here it is, October, and we are having late August spiders everywhere. I don't mind. It's just, it's October. So, the realities of climate change. One of them was such that when you opened up our front door and you walked outside, there was really no way to avoid it. No matter how you went out, you were going to walk through the web. So I apologized and then started carefully plucking all the anchor lines loose, and the web collapsed. The spider climbed up and, to safety. I got a stick and carefully got her onto the stick, and she was dangling from a web. Walked her over, set her down, and then she scuttled off, and that was okay. I felt bad that I tore her web apart, but, I gotta walk, so life is life. I checked out the area past that to make sure I wouldn't be tearing apart too many webs as I went walkies on my non-working vehicle, but it's sitting next to the driveway. There were a couple of spiders that they really like going from the side mirror and the bottom of the vehicle there and then putting anchor lines out. They go out way far into the driveway sometimes, and so I end up walking through them, but I try to make sure that they don't go too far. If they do, then pluck the anchor line. I gotta walk. But there are a couple spiders there, and at the end there was in the trees a few more big old spiders. Made sure where the anchor lines were. Thumbs up for that. Taking out some trash last night. Amazingly, most spiders, when you get to nighttime, they leave their web. In fact, they tear it down, and I think they eat the web, but they tear them down at any rate, and then they rebuild them all the next day. There was a spider when I was taking out the trash. I turned on the light. It was near midnight, and it was busy making its web right in front of the trash can. So that's a bit early to get started, I would think. But that is the spider report, and Amelia, who's still active, doing good, wants to be fed, licks up the juice, and like I say, she's not as thin as she was just a few weeks back, so that is good. And when I leave food out for her, generally she'll have, when I come in the morning, she'll have actually munched on most of it, usually. So, good deal on that. And little Ghost, my hamster, he's still active and running around. I cannot feel him being very bony yet. He's been around a long time, but I mean, I can't remember exactly when my housemates gave him to me as a Christmas present, but he's not bony like Amelia's hips are. But one day it's gonna happen, because hamsters don't live long. But he's a good little guy. I love hamsters. Yay. And of course, with my ADHD, I didn't do a lot yesterday, except the biggest thing I did is my computer has been running hot because it's very dusty in every place that I've ever lived. In Washington State, there's a lot of dust. And so I've had to blow the dust out of my computer every couple of months, for every year since 2016, 2017, something like that. And it was running hot again. There's the thermal margin, and on computers where it's your buffer gap between how hot your computer is running and how hot your computer maximum. I was getting up to right here when doing things like editing or playing games, and I knew I had to blow the dust out, but I hadn't yet. So the other day, yesterday, I unplugged everything, moved it back over here on top of something so I didn't have to get on the floor, of course. And then normally I usually take the screws out of everything, pull out the radiator fans, take out the graphics card, blow the dust out of all that stuff, and then set it all back in. I just didn't have it in me to do that. So keeping everything still in place, I just maneuvered the little spigot thing for the air supply, because I have an air compressor, and I blow the dust out that way. And I blew the dust out, and it was a great way to do it. It was perfect. It blew the dust off the fan blades. It blew the dust out of all the intake parts. It blew the dust out of the badly choked water cooler radiator. And when I would play games like Paint the Town Red, it would be at a thermal margin of 19. Now when I play the game Paint the Town Red, I have a thermal margin of 42. So it makes a difference. Being a human being, we normalize things. If here's a line, if it just gets nudged a little bit every single day, that gets normalized and you hardly notice it until suddenly that every single day tiny nudge has got a huge gap like this, and then you go, oh, holy smokes. So it's fun being human. But it's running a lot better and a lot cooler, and that's a good thing. I just got to remember to do it that way next time instead of tearing it all apart. Yay! Past that, though, there's really not a whole lot that's been going on. I have been playing things like Slime Rancher when I had the time. I mentioned that, and I also mentioned it's because, hey, the whole ADHD thing. I got Ghosts of Tsushima waiting for me. Haven't played it in weeks. Got Grim Dawn. Haven't played that in months. I've been playing Block Story. Well, now I stopped playing that because I'm playing Slime Rancher. What's going to happen when I get bored with that one? Who knows? Right now, for the past month, I have been taking the last of my Ritalin just to get rid of it so it doesn't sit there and just pry at me. On top of that, I've been taking blood pressure meds because Ritalin raises my blood pressure to the point that I will die. So, I've been keeping my blood pressure down by abusing my blood pressure meds with my Ritalin. So, problem is, of course, the blood pressure med is also an ADHD med. The Wellbutrin that I'm taking is also not just an antidepressant, it is an ADHD med. And then, of course, the Ritalin is an ADHD med. I feel barely medicated at all. So, I can feel a difference. I can concentrate more, I can think better, I can remember stuff, but it's nowhere near where I used to be. I'll never reach that point again. Life is life. Thumbs up for that. But still, been playing Slime Rancher, went walkies, and that was good, and then came all the way back home, which is good there as well. I am really, really close to playing more RPG stuff. I get my disability today. I am going to be picking up at least, because it's only $8, 4 Against Darkness, and then I am going to try playing 4 Against Darkness. Got to get it printed up, so if I pick it up, and I probably will, I'm going to head to the library and get that printed out today. Luckily, I've got an Oblivion video from yesterday. I just got to set that rendering, then I can go up for an hour's walk, come back, and that'll be awesome. So hopefully tomorrow, I'm 99% ready to do it. Because I need to buy some things to keep me entertained if I lose everything. And solo RPG stuff is something that I can carry with me in a backpack if I become homeless. So that's one reason I'm picking this stuff up, as well as the fact that I love dungeon crawl stuff. I love RPG stuff. I was born in 1962. In 1974, which was 3 years before I went into high school, that is when the first Dungeons and Dragons was released. I was there when they released the first Player's Handbook and picking that up. I have been there for role-playing game stuff since the very beginning, and I love this stuff. So, thumbs up for that. That's the other reason that I'm picking it up. Not just for threats of homelessness, but because it's fun. I enjoy this stuff. So, thumbs up for that. So, hopefully, if I get that done, I'll get it printed, and then I'll be able to check it out tonight. We'll be able to see how it actually runs. I can tell you about it tomorrow. So, thumbs up. This will be really the last time this happens, because October is the time when my rent goes up by $150. My food entitlement is going down by $100. So effectively, I lose $250 extra each month now. I was already running with a margin this small. Now it's just a thin paper thin. It is a thin paper gosh darn it. It is a tiny, tiny margin. So I couldn't afford things before, and now, oh boy. So we'll see what goes with that. So thumbs up. Anyway, though, I'm going to try and talk about some stuff. Have I mentioned it's going to be 80 again today? I'm going to talk about some Razor's Edge stuff and take a look at what... Oh, yes, this is the big one. I have mentioned that the Cryptids, they are shackled to us. They are warped and distorted reflections of our worst and our best, our hopes, our dreams, our fears, our nightmares. They have no independent lives. They do not change in accordance to forces from the outside world. There's no real natural selection. They change according to our fears, our dreams, our hopes, our nightmares. If they're not shackled to us, what would they be? Well, apparently my subconscious has been working on that, because I mentioned that inside of this setting, the Razor's Edge setting, that our star system is a human-centric system. And our star is one of those few, well, there's quite a few of them in an entire universe, but there are star systems that with the energy that pours out of the various gates from the inside, these stars are able to absorb just a ton of this energy. And as their nuclear fires go out, that resistance of the nuclear fire fades and the energy gets closer and closer to arcing. And after our star becomes a red giant and then starts to fade into a white dwarf, when it hits a certain stage, it can no longer provide resistance, and bam, discharge. And the burst of energy leaves our old and aging star as if it had just coalesced from the dust. And the burst of energy destroys whatever garbage is left in the solar system at that point, replacing it with new material in the accretion disk that form new planets. Every 15 billion years, our star in this system, bam, refreshes. During that time, there is a clipping of time rates, and on the inside, in the razor's edge, 3 billion years pass for each cycle. And it's been cycling for over 1 trillion years now. And trying to get back to where it is, where did I write this down? Because I hate ADHD. Yes, here we are. I love ADHD as mentioned. It is so much fun. Because we are a human-centric system, we are on top. But it is not always a human-centric system. About 1% of the time, it becomes humanoid-centric. And during that time period, we arise, they arise, they're not shackled to us, we still taste delicious. And during the Australopithecine period of our development, the cryptids just eat all of us. We become extinct during the humanoid-centric cycles. And the cryptids inherit the earth because they are no longer shackled to us and they have all of our capabilities plus 10%. It isn't too long, in the span of time before they are able to leave the earth and start colonizing the galaxy, leaving some behind who just want to live a simple pastoral life. And they gradually do spread out and colonize the entire galaxy, becoming an actual utopia. And then they further spread out and colonize and spread their utopia through 1,000 galaxies. A true utopia, not a dystopia, an actual utopia, until some point far in the future, one person who just is so exhausted walks to the point. He happens to be on the planet where the central government exists, just walks into the government building. Everyone lets him because they're just too tired to stop him. And he gets to the emergency system that will broadcast to everybody and just begins to speak and just says, hello, I am da-da-da. I am a simple cryptid and I am exhausted. We are all exhausted. We have been running on the hamster wheel so long, we have forgotten why we are running. We are running on the wheel because we have always been running, and I am exhausted. You are exhausted. As a species, we are exhausted. I am going to go home. I am going to tell my loved ones how much I love them and how much I appreciate them. And then I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to let go, and I'm going to cease to live. I have earned this. We have earned this. Long ago, we earned the right to lay down and rest and cease to be. But we didn't take it, and we have been running and running and running, and we are so tired. So tired. Go home. Talk with your loved ones. Let them know. And then lay down, go to sleep, let go, and cease to live. We have earned this. And then, over the span of 3 days, eventually, just in those 3 days, every single cryptid on every inhabited planet in 1,000 galaxies lays down, lets go, and ceases to live. And then at the end of that 3 billion years, it all starts over. And guess what? We're in charge again. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I can't American Sign Language, well, you've already seen how my brain works. We have unbearable suffering. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. JAYY, thumbs up. Thank you very much. And I had a lot of fun editing the video. It was fun. Loco5, greatly appreciated. And thumbs up and thank you. I try. I don't think I succeed as often as I could, but thank you very, very much. Mystic Sopath, thumbs up and thank you very much. We have Philtron. I cannot see if there's a Philtron or Philtron. 128, thumbs up and thank you. We have Stephen Blanchard, greatly appreciated. Good to see you. We have Chris, good to see you in the comments as well, and thumbs up, thank you. We have Tommy Copeland, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, good to see you. We have Scott 49140, greatly appreciated. Good to see you. We have Mohawk Guy 64. Thumbs up. Adrian FNTES, greatly appreciated. Good to see you. Ben B, thumbs up and good to see you as well. There is Tallow and Merrill, thumbs up. Jesse Koskinen, always good to see you in the comments. Definitely a thumbs up. RL Strange, who, oh, well, that was yesterday's comment. So bring that back. 14 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Yeah, man, out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, if only for a short time, and if only in text. Greatly appreciated. Well, it is Monday. I'm going to do what I can to do things that I need to do, as well as possibly walk to the library, get some printing done. So we shall see, and hopefully you can get done what you need to get done. That is a very good thing, and if you can, that's good. If you can't, don't beat yourself up. And with all the diseases and pandemics happening, just take care, be smart, take appropriate precautions for your situation and location. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.